If I were to lose everything, go through a really terrible part of life, and all of a sudden be homeless, right? Here's what I would do. I would collect the dollars or whatever I got for the day. Use that dollar and go to the $1.25 store, because it's not the dollar store anymore. It's
Turn right on
$1.25. And this is what I would do with that money. Of course, I would buy myself like a $1.25 box of something to eat, right? Something to drink. But then I would take the rest of my profit I made of the day, and I would take it over to the phone cords aisle, and I would buy a bunch of USB-C and iPhone chargers with the remaining money I have, and a poster board and a marker. Then I would write on that poster board, phone cords, $5 each, right? iPhone and USB-C, God bless. Now, I'm not just sitting there expecting a handout. I'm trying to utilize opportunity to profit even more, because likely most people will end up wanting to give you even more than $5 because they see that you're trying. We know that that's a crappy phone charger, but we know that you're hustling, you're thinking outside the box, you're doing something different. We want to support that. So then I would take that profit I would make for the day, again, buy the food I would need, non-perishable style items I could put in my backpack. And then I would buy more phone cords, because likely you're going to sell out that day. I'd buy more phone cords and kind of get a ball rolling with that.
Mile.
But then I would start adding in little things, like if I saw a cute backpack, if I saw a cute, just cute little easy things at the Dollar Tree, right? That people, if they're going to be kept good, they're going to be put in their own bag so they don't get dirty while I'm traveling. And I would start selling those things. Instead of just sitting there asking for handouts, I would be selling those things at stoplights and just holding them up, and if anyone flashes their lights or gets my attention, I'll sell it to them and then let them know, like, thank you, God bless, like, anything helps, I'm just trying to better my life. And I'm utilizing opportunity, and I appreciate you for supporting me to get out of this situation. I could guarantee you're going to end up getting hired by somebody. But even if you don't get hired by somebody, because honestly, most opportunities you get in life aren't because of the degree you have. It isn't because of how well established you are. It's because of your networking. It's because of who knows who and who you just happen to chance meet when you're doing something and your character is revealed and they like your character. That is where most of the opportunities, the golden tickets of life that truly make a difference, that's how you get it aligned into your purpose. That's how God changes everything. It's by putting it on the hearts of other people that you come across in your life to do something, to partner with you, to give you the chance, to give you the ticket. That's how God gives you your chances and your tickets. And, while you're doing this, you're hopefully staying somewhere safe. You're hopefully able to kind of build yourself a way to feel established, start making a savings, open up a bank account, start making a savings into a bank account, right? And then try to get enough money to be able to get a very cheap, average smartphone, right? And that way you can get Venmo. And then more people will Venmo you from their card or Cash App than they would be able to have cash on them. Honestly, and then you're going to be able to accept Venmo donations and just put that on your board while you're still building yourself up to having like a deposit somewhere where you can start showering. And if you don't have a place to shower, start going over to the Quick Trips to pay for a shower, right? And if you need to do your laundry, take your laundry. Start trying. You got to start trying to get a job, which means you have to take care of your laundry and you need to take care of your body. So go to those places that offer those services. You have truck stops, obviously truck stops are not very convenient if you're homeless. So like one of those bigger gas stations that you're able to take a shower in, and in the meantime, grab some dry shampoo, grab a toothbrush, toothpaste, and some cologne, some perfume, some deodorant. That'll help you like withstand and sustain even though you don't have a place to shower, or it'll help your clothes not smell bad as long, you know what I mean? Just like little tips and tricks to try to elevate you to be able to get a job, because eventually the goal is that you don't panhandle forever. The goal is that you are able to get a job and then be able to start having that consistent income built up, and then you're able to get a place. But sometimes the job comes before the place, and you can't get a job unless you have a system of where's a laundromat to do my laundry once a week. That's $1.25, $2.25, right? Okay, so you got that handled, and you got a place to sit inside while that's happening, which is nice. And then where is the closest place that you can shower once a week? You want to do your shower and your laundry on the same kind of day. So do your laundry, then walk over to wherever you can shower so you can change into your fresh laundry, and bing, you've got some clothes for the next week. And even if you don't have extra pants all the time, like as many pants, you can double wear your pants, just your shirts start to wrinkle. So make sure that you just take care of your shirts and your coats. And if you need shirts and coats, put it on your thing. I'm trying to have enough built up for clean clothes to be able to get a job and try to find a place to stay. Anything helps, God bless. Phone core is $5. People are going to respect the hustle. And you know where I got this idea? I got this idea from traveling to South Africa. Like, I used to go there before COVID. I used to go there like once a year, probably stayed about 4 weeks to 6 weeks, and I worked with an organization out there called Global Mercy Missions, and we made bracelets and jewelry that I would bring with me, and I would sell that stuff here in America and donate the profits to them, because one of our dollars was 12 of theirs at the time, or 14 of theirs at the time. It allowed women to be able to be paid to make jewelry all year long, and give them the same opportunity and same skills to learn and realize that they can better their families. But when I was there in South Africa, that's how a lot of homeless work out there. They literally are carrying fresh fruit. They're carrying all of these different things, like walking up and down the streets where you're at a stoplight selling things. They sell backpacks, they sell jewelry, they sell all these things, and you know it's overpriced, but they're making their hustle, they're working it, they're making it work, you know? So that's kind of where I got that idea from. And I truly do believe that if more Americans that are homeless, because homelessness in America is an absolute, like, it's a lot, but it's completely different than homelessness in a third world country from what I've experienced. Like, these people in South Africa figured out how to build themselves a home, and they're homeless, but they literally have cabinets in their home because they scavenged, they figured things out, they built with wood, like pieces of scrap wood that they found, and they made themselves like this house, and it's pretty incredible, like, honestly. But I noticed that they're also hustling to just make money. No one's really standing on the corner with a sign asking for handouts. People are out there hustling and making opportunities for themselves. And so I feel like if people in America were doing something similar, then that would be a huge way to turn things around for their life, right? Also, I don't know, I didn't see as much addiction style personality traits when I was there, although I could have just very well missed, like, not on the streets, you know what I mean? That could be, it obviously would be happening somewhere, but I didn't notice it on the streets, like the same kind of epidemic that we see here. And I do know a lot of homeless people here do have addiction problems, and like, when you start to withdraw from whatever you're on, especially the harder stuff, you start to get so sick, your body gets so sick, and that's what the craving for it is. It's not because they're like, oh, I love it, I just want it, that's why. No, it's because their body is quite literally, like, so sick, and they have to get it, or they're going to be puking their guts up, pooping their guts up, and that's why they want it, because then they feel better. They feel better on it, but they go back to it because their body is absolutely crashing out because they need it. You know, that's what drugs do. They create the addiction by creating the need. Like, their body needs it to feel okay again. That's how kind of it works. I don't know much about it, but I do know that that's kind of like the cycle. It's not because, like, people who want a piece of candy, they want it because it tastes good and their body's freaking out. Like, and it's hard for you to stop eating sugar, right? Sugar. But these people aren't going after it because it tastes sweet and they want it because it's just a sweet treat. They go after it because their body is absolutely freaking out and starting to hurt, and they need that now to feel better. Does that make sense? Anyways, so yeah, if I was homeless, that's what I would do. I tell this to homeless people that I see all the time when I talk with them, just to be like, hey, you should do this. You should do this. You should do this. It would change your life. And I've had some great conversations with the people that I've been lucky to get to know through those conversations. But spread the word. What do you guys think? I think that'd be great. That's what I would do if I were to lose it all and suddenly find myself starting from ground zero.